Contagion bias, applying the concept in counseling. 1. Understanding contagion bias. Contagion bias is the irrational tendency to believe that objects, people, or ideas can acquire positive or negative qualities through association even when no logical connection exists. This bias often leads to avoiding or embracing things based on perceived contamination rather than objective reasoning. For example, someone might refuse to wear a sweater previously owned by a disliked individual, even if it's clean and otherwise desirable. In counseling, contagion bias can influence clients' relationships, self-perception, and decision-making, often leading to avoidance, guilt, or irrational preferences. 2. How contagion bias is useful in counseling. Promotes rational evaluation, helps clients recognize and question irrational associations that influence their choices and behaviors. Encourages emotional detachment, guides clients to separate emotions from objects or situations, allowing for clearer thinking and decision-making. Supports healing from stigma, assists clients in overcoming feelings of guilt, shame, or avoidance rooted in misplaced associations. 3. Practical application in counseling. A. Identifying contagion bias. Activity: what does this represent to you? Ask clients to reflect on situations where they avoided or embraced something based on association. Why do you feel strongly about this object, person, or idea? Is there a real connection, or is this a perceived association? Example: a client avoiding certain heirlooms from a family member they disliked might explore whether the object itself carries any negative attributes. Counselor's role: help clients uncover and examine the emotional roots of their associations. B. Reframing irrational associations. Focus on the facts. Encourage clients to reframe their perception of objects, people, or ideas based on objective attributes rather than emotional associations. What's true about this item or situation, independent of its history? How does this association affect you, and is it valid? Example: a client hesitant to use a gift from an ex-partner might explore whether the item's utility outweighs its emotional connection. C. Teaching detachment and perspective. Guide clients to detach their emotions from objects or situations influenced by contagion bias. How can you separate the object or situation from its history? What new meaning can you assign to this? Example: a client reluctant to embrace a positive opportunity because of who recommended it might explore the opportunity's intrinsic value. Detailed tips for application. Normalize emotional associations. Explain that it's natural to form connections between things and their history, but that this doesn't necessarily reflect reality. Encourage logical evaluation. Teach clients to evaluate situations, objects, or people based on their actual attributes rather than perceived contamination or virtue. Focus on reframing. Help clients assign new, empowering meanings to items or experiences that carry irrational associations. 5. Examples. Relationship counseling. A client avoiding places they once visited with an ex-partner might work on reframing those places as opportunities for new memories and experiences. Self-esteem counseling. A client feeling tainted by a past mistake might explore how their intrinsic value is separate from past events or actions. Grief counseling. A client hesitant to keep belongings of a deceased loved one might explore whether the emotional attachment to the items aligns with their current needs and goals. 6. Integrating contagion bias techniques into a course of treatment. Initial sessions. Explore areas where contagion bias influences clients' decisions and discuss how these associations affect their emotions and behaviors. Midway through counseling, use reflective journaling or cognitive restructuring exercises to help clients evaluate and reframe these associations. Ongoing work. Reinforce logical thinking and emotional detachment, helping clients form healthier, more balanced perspectives. Outcome measurement. Assess whether clients demonstrate reduced reliance on irrational associations and improved emotional resilience and decision-making. Contagion bias can lead clients to form irrational preferences or avoidances based on perceived associations, often limiting their choices and emotional well-being. In counseling, Addressing this bias helps clients separate emotions from reality, evaluate situations objectively, and reframe unhelpful connections. By promoting logical thinking, emotional detachment, and empowerment, counselors help clients overcome this bias and embrace healthier, more rational approaches to their decisions and experiences.